Hi everyone, this is Big Benedict. I want to very humbly welcome you to my God of War Chains of Olympus video guide walkthrough for this game, and I'm going to be playing on God, very hard difficulty. I never play anything less than that, although I did have to play it on normal just to unlock this mode because I completely erased my data. And I will say that playing on normal is for babies. It is the absolute easiest thing in the world. You have to do no effort. I didn't die anywhere. You don't even have to block. It's so easy, it's ridiculous. And the disparity between normal and this mode is extreme. So that's out of the way, and you, the viewer, might be saying to yourself, why make a game, or why make a game guide for a game like this when you could, possibly be doing God of War 3 or something like that? And my response to that is that this game needs a guide. And the reason I say that is because it's extremely difficult, much easier than God of War Ghost of Sparta, the other game that complements this one. This is the PS3 version off of the God of War Origins disc that recently came out. I guess recent's not a very good word, since it came out last September, and that's over a year ago. But this is not easy whatsoever. This has a lot of tough boss battles and very, very difficult enemies to learn how to defeat. I recently did a guide for God of War Ghost of Sparta on God mode, and while it did have a lot of difficult parts, it just was nowhere near as difficult as this game. I already have done a guide for this game on my other channel, but it has no narration, and I thought that it would be a lot more helpful this time around if I could just do a fresh campaign and have a full audio commentary. So that's what this is going to be. This is about a 10-minute video, and for the most part, except for the boss battles, I'll be dividing all the videos into areas from save point to save point. With the exception of this video, because it's the first video in the series. So there's a little boss fight down here, and this is the guy we're gonna have to be dealing with as a real boss in a few more videos. I think 6 more videos. But you just want to grab these soldiers, and once they're cleared, you also want to smash all the breakable objects in this game, because we're going to be needing to get a lot of orbs to upgrade our weapons. So once these soldiers down here are cleared, you're going to be prompted to open this door here, and it's kind of a comical scene how this huge enemy smashes through right here, and then he gets eaten himself. Those enemies are tough, and we are going to have to be facing those guys. But the battle up here with the basilisk, this huge reptile guy. I would compare it to the battle with the Hydra, the very first Hydra battle you fight in God of War 1. Not the huge fight with that guy, but the first time you fight him when you're just introduced to the blocking mechanic. That's essentially what this is, except you can't block his flame breath, obviously, but you can block his chomps there. So what I like to do is stay in the middle, so that when he shoots his fire breath, it's going to go in the middle, so then I can just dodge left or right, depending on where I'm best suited to dodge at that particular time. So very hard mode, if you're wondering. The enemies have more hit damage, and you deal less damage, and also you get hit more. So that's pretty much how God mode works. It's kind of a standing way to play this game. So this is the third time I've done a voiceover for God of War games. I've done God of War 1 and 2 on their respective highest difficulties, and now I'm doing this one. So it only took me a day and a half to beat the game on normal mode, and I wasn't even playing all the time, and I skipped a lot of breakable objects and things, and it was so easy. I would never recommend playing a God of War game on anything other than the highest difficulty. If you really are familiar with God of War and you really like action games, third-person hack and slash, there's just normal mode it's boring. It's really boring. When you can't even get hit that much, and you can just take so much damage, and God, it was so easy. And I sped through it because I wanted to play God mode. So I am going to be platining this game because I looked at the trophy list for this game, and I was 2 trophies short, so I just need to do 2 trophies, which I'll be getting. But over here, we're going to be moving this sledgehammer device over to the door. But as you're making your way over there, you notice that, see these fire bombs on the ground. You do want to watch out for those. And there's also one, as you're moving this contraption, you just need to stop or fall back or whatever, and then it won't do it again. So you don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to be getting all the treasure boxes in this game. I'm trying to smash all the breakable objects because that will give you orbs. You need orbs in this game very badly. And so I'll try my absolute best not to miss any chests, but sometimes, you just kind of walk by if a board is, out of your viewing range, you can't see it all the time. I didn't save it there just because I was so familiar with this area, but definitely save it there if you're not comfortable doing so. This is an awesome game. I love God of War. I guess I'm a fanboy, you would call it, but I'm a very hardcore player, and I think that this is its quality at its ultimate degree. And another reason I'm playing this game is because I'm trying to get primed for God of War Ascension, which I know will be the game of the year for 2013. And how do I know that? Well, I don't really know that, but that's just my expectations. And I know it's there's a lot of competition, but you see how I grabbed that guy in this game like no other God of War game. When you fling an enemy up, they could be so far away from you, and you could still grab them. It's like in Dead Space when you're using the kinesis module to pull things to you. It's like you have that module with you in the air. It really makes me laugh sometimes, the range of your grabs when you're in the air. So it's bizarre, and I thought it was going to be the same way in Ghost of Sparta, but it's not. So it's just in this game. And you'll see me many times just grab enemies that are way, way far away from me in the air, and he's still, like he's using the kinesis module, just pulling them towards him. So over here, we're going to be needing to dispatch these enemies, but we also need to turn this crank here, which is on a timer, by the way, and as you're pulling it, you're going to notice that some enemies keep coming out. I think there are a finite number of enemies over here, and anytime you want to, kill as many enemies as you can and exploit all the enemies that keep coming, and if you want to get more orbs, go for it. I don't do that when I play. I play the most honest way I possibly can. I just get what I'm given. I don't grind excessively for extra orbs or anything like that. But I kind of consider that cheating a little bit. I like to beat whatever is in front of me with what has been given to me so far. So over here we have some archers. You always want to prioritize archers, since they can make dealing with other foes, other non-stationary foes, kind of problematic. So a couple issues about this game is that some of the areas in which you're fighting large monsters and large groups of enemies, the environment that you're in, like the arena, is way too small for what they're throwing at you. This is not an example of that, obviously. This is an example of an extremely spacious area and a very beautiful game. This is a very beautiful game. Up here, I did want to point something out on the ladder. I completely misjudged this game and underestimated it about jumping off ladders. I thought the game was broken because up ahead, when I'm on the ladder and when I'm trying to jump backwards, I assumed that it was expecting me to press back and X, but all you have to do, like when you want to jump back, is press X. Like there was an edit there, and because I couldn't figure it out, I didn't know what it was, because in God of War 1 you press the opposite direction, you're facing on the wall, and then you press X. But here, all you need to do is, they really simplified it, all you need to do is press X, and it knows where you want to jump. So that was completely my bad, and I kind of felt bad that I was thinking that this game wasn't working properly, when in fact it was working even better than it normally does. So because normally it doesn't know where you want to jump, but they set it up really well here. This is a remarkably beautiful game. I do have an issue with the roll mechanic, which I'll discuss because this not right now, because this video is going to be concluding shortly. But I'll be discussing everything I like and don't like about this game. Believe me, I like way more things than I dislike about this game. God of War is my favorite games franchises of all time. So don't worry about that or anything. If you trip on this ledge here, I'm not sure if that's scripted. It seems like it might be, but anyway, all you need to do is press X, and then we're going to be fighting the Persian warrior in the next video. So everybody take care, and I'm glad we got this first video finished, and I'll see you in video number 2. Thank you for watching.